Matt and Leah, 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 Matt and Leah. Matt and Leah, Matt and Leah, Matt and Leah, Matt and Leah. Matt and Leah, Matt and Leah, Matt and Leah, Matt and Leah. A pancake!
What is up, boys and girls and everything in between? It's Bear With Us. I am stuffed up and off to a bad start already, but we're going to power through because I'm in a good mood. I am still Matt. She is still Leah. Leah, how are you, my dear?
I must say I'm really enjoying my first week in my 33 years.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed last week, our little trip down south, which has led to me still rinsing sand out of my butt crack for a week.
Well, there's some other stuff you should be rinsing out of your butt crack besides sand.
What the f*** does that mean?
Oh my God. I don't know. Can we please talk about the fact that this morning you said, babe, what is that on your face? And I'm like, what? And you're like, right there. And you're like pointing out my face. It's a fucking pimple. You do that all the time. All the time you point out my pimples.
Listen to me. Your skin is usually very flawless. So, at 8 o'clock in the morning, when I'm still waking up and wiping the sleep from my eyes, I have not had my coffee yet, you come back in from the gym, and I just see this red spot on your cheek. I thought maybe you scratched yourself, maybe one of the cats attacked you. Maybe
you're like,
you had
babe,
some
what is
sort
that
of
crater right there? There's like a big crater on your face. I'm
No.
like, it's a fucking pimple, but thank you.
Why
Thanks.
is that bad? It wasn't like I said, ooh, God, what is that?
You're like, ah!
I said, babe, what is that?
It's still rude to point out
I
my
was
pimples.
concerned for your
It
well-being.
makes me feel like a piece of garbage when you point out my pimples.
What if it had been leprosy?
Babe.
Then I would have been the good guy going, baby, you need to get that checked out so you don't end up in a colony with a bunch of people without limbs.
Babe, what is that? Sometimes the things you say, I'm just like, what are you doing? What are you saying? You sound stupid. Just shut your mouth.
Well, at least you're smiling. That was a good start. We're still smiling.
We
2 weeks in a
are.
row. What the hell's wrong with us?
I know. I don't want to ever go back to that deep, dark funk.
Well, I
Fuck
can't
that.
promise we'll never be back in a
Funk
deep dark.
that funk.
Okay, I just took a step toward deep dark panic depression.
Uptown funk you up. Uptown funk you up.
Remember last week when I tried to sing Bruno Mars and you interrupted me and then sang the wrong lyric?
Well, I'm an interrupter. That would be my name if I was a villain, a super villain.
Well, that's like a really cool
Like,
band
The
that I like.
Interrupter.
The Interrupters. They're my friends. I really like
Okay,
those
talk
guys.
about favorite bands. Like, what would be, like, say you had to name your top 3 favorite bands.
That is an impossible question to ask.
But try.
Why?
Just give me 3.
I don't know why everybody needs a favorite band or one
Well, give me
favorite
a
book.
few.
Okay, I can give you a few.
Okay.
I have probably like a top 10 that always...
Okay, I don't want 10. I want, like, 2 or 3.
All right, we'll say Marilyn Manson,
Okay.
The Clash,
Okay.
Tool.
Okay. I'll take it. Do you want to know mine?
Let me try to guess. I don't know.
Sons G Roses. For those of you who missed last week's episode, Matt bought a shirt off Instagram that he thought was a Guns N' Roses shirt. Turns out, counterfeit, makeshift shirt from China that was probably 25 cents and he paid $50 for. And instead of saying Guns N' Roses, it says Sons G Roses.
It was $22, but yes, she is correct.
I'm never going to let you live that down.
Well, you know what?
Ever.
That's fine. I'm going to wear that shirt proudly.
Okay. So I can appreciate the fact that we are finally in a good place for the I know we've been sort of going down this downward spiral and we've been taking you guys along with us. And for that, we are sorry, but we're trying to be totally transparent and honest with you guys and open about our relationship and everything we're dealing with. So because we've been on such a downward spiral, we feel like now we're on the up and up. Last week was a great episode. It was my birthday. So this week we're like, we just wanted to have a little fun. We're going to play some games, if you will.
Fun, if you will.
I hate you. So we decided we're gonna play a couple games and just be a little silly. So feel free to play along with us at home. I wanted to play Never Have I Ever, but Matt pointed out that it might not be that fun if there's just two of us.
Right.
Am I right?
Yeah, I usually am.
So instead, we have two games we're going to play. The first one is Would You Rather, and the second is a little marry, kill, if you will.
I don't know what happened to my notes that I just had, that I had prepared with my questions.
Do you want me to show you? Sometimes if you go in that top left corner and go back. See.
It was in my notes, and then I updated my phone.
No.
See, it's all crashing and burning.
Milk?
Nope.
Notes.
Let me see. Oh, there it is. Good.
Found it. I'm
Look
a
at
tech
you.
wizard.
You're basically Bill Gates.
Yes. So, how many would you rather questions do you have?
I have 3 would you rather questions.
I have 5.
Okay, great. So you should start.
I'll start. All right.
We're just jumping right into it.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have to. Like, what else do you want to talk about? You talk about the pimple on my face? You want to talk about the fact that, I look old, and you said you were not going to tell me if I look old, even though I do look old. I don't know if I look old. Am I old? Am I young? I don't know.
Do me a favor. Take this shovel from my hands. I will quit digging this hole. Let's start the game.
All right. Would you rather eat shit that tasted like chocolate or eat chocolate that tastes like shit?
That's what. You can't come out of
You
the gate
have
with
to
this.
pick.
That is awful.
Babe, you have to pick. And that's the rule going forward with all of these, with the would you rather and the marry, kill. You have to pick. There's no, do I have to, or I don't want to answer that.
See, Leah's doing her best to propel us back into the doldrums of misery. This is what we get for trying to bring you some levity.
Answer the
You
question.
know how I feel about poop conversation.
Well, what would you rather do?
I want a third option.
There is no third option. It's
I'd
would you rather.
starve.
Babe, that is not an option.
It's
you have to pick.
Then I would rather eat chocolate that tastes like because I don't actually know what tastes like. I imagine it would be horrible, but at least I would know and have some sort of guarantee that it's actually edible food and not
You're sick.
What? You would rather eat poop that tastes like chocolate?
If it tastes like chocolate, yeah.
That's gross. You're
I
disgusting.
like chocolate.
Yeah, I like chocolate too. That's gross. I can't even look at you the same way.
All right, your turn.
This is my girlfriend. She's got a master's in scatology from URI, which sounds like a
No, I only went to
UTI.
URI for my first semester.
Okay,
I
it
graduated
sounds-
from UMass Dartmouth.
Okay, great.
Not to be confused with Dartmouth.
All right. I have one for you, and it came to my mind because of last week, you celebrating your 33rd birthday. Would you rather age naturally and die like you normally would, or would you rather stay the same age you are today but know you will die in 20 years?
Well, in 20 years, I'll only be 53.
Sure, but you could be 33 until then.
No, because
Or-
there's no difference between 33 and 43 and 53 as far as how you feel. I'm going to make sure I feel the same. So I'm going to age naturally.
Fair.
What would you pick?
I don't know. I think I would stay the same. I think if I could stay this age for another 20 years, I can accomplish a lot in 20 more years. My kids would be grown. I wouldn't have to get old. My liver enzymes would be right on point like
Why
they
are
are
you
right
so
now.
obsessed with liver enzymes?
'Cause it
You bring them
sounds-
up every week.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of my liver enzymes because I was
Do you
worried.
take enzymes? Or
No, I
do
don't
you
take them. They're naturally occurring.
Yeah, but I take, what's it called?
Fish oil.
No, fish oil, but
Red ginseng.
some sort of husk or
No, I don't take any husks. Do I strike you as the kind of guy that would take husks?
what the heck is the thing I take for your liver?
Horny goat weed. Milk thistle.
Milk thistle. Yes. I take milk thistle.
Great.
It's great for your liver and the enzymes.
Bet you my enzymes are better. Anyway, you're up.
All right. This one is stupid. Would you rather wear a tuxedo everywhere, every day for the rest of your life, or wear your bathing suit everywhere, every day for the rest of your life?
I would rather wear a tux. I feel great when I wear a
figured
tux.
you would say that. So, like, even going to 7-Eleven, you'd have to wear a tux.
Yeah, I wore a tux to 7-Eleven. It's funny. It's ironic. I get
get
that.
it.
Yeah, I would definitely. I think I would wear a tux everywhere.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
My turn. Or your turn.
Okay. Would you rather... I need to remind everybody. I wrote these myself, and I write them in shorthand so that I can remember what I actually wrote, but it turns out my memory sucks. Would you rather have sex only once a month, but know that you will have an orgasm? Or would you rather have sex whenever you want, but know that you will only have one orgasm per year?
Oh, that. I guess orgasm once a month.
I feel like that would probably be the logical answer.
Yeah, I'm not trying to only get off once a year. That'll
Right.
be miserable.
But you can only have like sexual contact once a month.
With someone else?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. I felt like I would have had a little more depth in that one.
All right.
Where are we at? You're up now, Slugger.
Okay. Would you rather fart uncontrollably when you orgasm, or would you rather cry inconsolably when you
Ooh.
orgasm?
I would say cry. I would, because I have a hard time crying. Not like I'm not one of these guys that's like, oh, men shouldn't cry. I actually find that in the rare instance that I cry, it's so cathartic that I feel amazing when I'm done, and like whatever had me so upset just seems minute, and it's kind of like releasing the pressure valve on my brain.
Right.
The problem is I can very rarely get there.
Right.
I get there randomly. I don't know if you ever noticed this, and I don't know if it's because of like all my concussions in the past. I get really emotional over random shit.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever noticed that?
Oh, yeah.
Like commercials, like when we lived in Florida, Publix is the supermarket, right? They used to have sort of hallmarky, feel-good commercials, like for Christmas, where Grandpa would come over and get cookies and stuff. Melts me every time. I just fall apart, laugh or like crying. Just a mess. Just a blubbering, sobbing mess.
Okay, but how will that be for you, knowing every single time you orgasm, you're gonna cry?
I feel like it might be the ultimate release.
Okay, but what happens if we break up and then now you're with someone else and every time you get off you cry? They're going to think that you're in love with them and that this is the most beautiful thing in the world.
They're going to know that I'm a sensitive artist. I'm basically all the things John Mayer sings about in real life.
Body is a wonderland.
IRL.
I can't with you. Okay, so I appreciate that. You had no hesitation. You would just cry inconsolably every time.
Yeah, and if it happens every time, I would totally be able to give somebody a heads up. And it's a lot easier to say, hey, after I your brains out, I'm probably going to cry for a little while. Don't worry about it.
If you said that to me, I would be like, bye.
Or I'd be like, hey, listen, so when I get off after what we're about to do, I'm just going to tear ass all over the entire room. Yeah, that's going to get me really far. That's not even that's a no-brainer to me.
Oh my God, that's so good. I can imagine. I've never heard you fart. So if you farted after like getting it on, I would be like, what the
Yeah, exactly. Even if I gave you a heads up, now you're going there going, wait, what does that mean? Like if a guy cries, I mean, generally it's not a bad thing.
Right.
Maybe they're sad. Maybe they think it's beautiful. Or like, I don't know.
Oh my God, I'm dying.
Well,
okay.
there you go. There's your answer.
Okay, now do you have one more?
I do have one more.
Okay.
This one is very, very particular. Would you rather I get super jacked but lose half the length of my penis? Or would you rather I gain between 50 and 100 pounds but also gain an inch on my penis?
Oh my God.
So this is some real deep psychological here.
Well, you already
If
have
you
a
can't
really
answer,
nice,
do I
like,
win?
large dick. So even if you lost, how much would you lose on it?
Half of it.
Half of it.
I don't feel
Well,
like
then
I got
it's
that
like
much to work with.
Average size if you fold it in half. So.
Oh
Oh my God.
But I would be like ripped and have abs and
Babe, I love your body how it is.
okay, well that's why I gave you two polar opposite ends of the spectrum that are not how it is now.
Oh my God, that's so hard.
I win. I am the best would you rather question maker that ever existed.
I think I would go with jacked. I
Jacked
can't.
with
If
a
you
smaller
were
penis.
100 pounds and you're round,
I'm just basically feeling you out to see how much my gummy bear intake needs to be adjusted. Over
I
the
think
next
I would
year.
rather the jacked and lose half of your dick because your dick's already huge and amazing. So
Oh,
if
there
you
we
lost
go.
half of it, I wouldn't miss it.
I find that hard to believe. It's very nice of you to say, but I feel like it's not entirely accurate, and I'm not going to believe
Well,
it.
that's my answer, and I'm sticking to it.
Great.
I have two more.
Oh, well then.
Would you rather walk in on your parents having sex or have your parents walk in on you having sex?
I would rather them walk in on me having sex.
Did you ever accidentally see your parents having sex?
I've never seen it, no. I mean, I know it occurs,
Right.
but I have never had
Yeah.
that misfortune, thankfully. Knock on wood. Did you just gag?
Just the thought. It's just not your parents, my parents. It's
Yeah,
just,
I think that's kind of like the ultimate
ugh.
in any sort of psychological damage is to have to watch.
Like, and it's obvious. Obviously, they do it. I just don't even want to think about it.
I was conceived by immaculate conception.
Oh yes, you
That's
are.
right. My mom was in a
Holy.
barn.
I do like to call you Jesus. Okay. Would you have one more?
I thought we promised not to reveal that to the world.
Would you rather have your partner be a former porn star or your sister is currently a porn star?
I think, actually, I don't even have to think about this one. I would rather my sister be a porn star.
Really?
Yeah, I don't find any shame in sex work of any
Sure.
kind, right? I think it's fine if she all of a sudden went, hey, now I have multiple sisters, so I don't know which one I feel. There is a little bit of a gray area there, but like I would not all of a sudden pretend they fell off the earth and not acknowledge them. I'd just be like, okay, cool. Like I know what site I can't go to anymore. But like if my partner was an ex-porn star, now let me first say that if I had met them post-porn career and known who they were, like let's say Jenna Jameson or whatever, who I don't think she looks great these days, but
She was.
for
a
the
babe
sake,
back in
she
the
was
day.
a total babe. For the sake of discussion, if I met her after and she was done with that and not currently working, I would maybe entertain the thought.
I don't think you could.
No. I didn't listen. I would entertain the thought of attempting to like go on a date, or knowing me, I wouldn't be able to just let it slide. Like
No.
in my mind, I'd go, oh yeah, well it would totally freak me out at times. So to answer your question, it would
The sister.
definitely be my sister. And both of my sisters are like really smart, and I would figure they could handle themselves.
Right.
Sorry, I don't think they listen to this, but if they do, I apologize, guys. They're both doing much better in their careers, but
No, that's why it's a would you rather.
Yeah.
It's just supposed to be a little bit of a conundrum. Okay, well, we made it through that. Let me make sure I asked you all of mine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I did. So, moving on to the second portion. Well, how would you say that went?
I don't know. I thought it was fine.
I found
mean,
out you want to eat chocolate that tastes like
No.
which is disgusting.
Yeah.
Gross. What?
Continue.
Look to me in my eyeball.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. What movie was that? Along Came Polly.
Along
You
Came
say that to
Polly.
me all the time.
I always used to say that to you, or I still do.
You still do, but I never like could draw the correlation between what it was from. I mean, other than that movie, which I had seen probably 10 or 12 years ago, and remember thinking, "Oh, that's fine," but I'm not gonna learn the
Well, that
quotes
was
from
probably
it.
before you were like funny. I think I brought out a lot of your
Before I was
funniness.
funny.
Yeah, like before I brought out more of your fun-loving, silly side. Like when I first met you, you were not silly. You were not like how you are now. So I would like to take a little credit for that and say I brought out this sort of, the inner child of Matthew Polinsky.
The inner child, if you will.
The kid, if you will. So I think maybe the first time you watched that, you weren't as open to funny, humorous things, Whereas now you're around me all the time. I'm funny. I'm silly. You never know what's going to happen when I'm around. So now when you watch these movies, you're like, wow, I have a sense of humor now.
And this has been Today in Dime Store Psychoanalysis.
Okay, but anyway, you found out you really liked it. It's like a silly, funny movie.
It is very funny. What a sidetrack.
Yes.
Along Came Polly. Watch it. Watch it with your significant other if you haven't already.
It was great.
Yeah. We're going to continue this game?
Yes,
Okay,
time
great.
for the second game.
It's like game night with Matt and Leah. Except you
Marry,
guys don't get to
Kill.
play.
Well, they can play.
Yeah, you can play. You should play.
And I want to hear what your answers are for these would you rathers. Like tweet us, Instagram us.
The important thing, gentlemen, when you're answering your question, make sure you have your partner interrupt you just to get the real full bear with them experience. Because God forbid you get out a solid thought without having your significant other jump all up on you.
I'm sorry, babe. I'm going to try to work on that.
All right.
I say that every week and it doesn't happen.
Let's get to the important stuff. Marry, kill.
Okay, how many do you have?
I have 2.
I have 5. Babe, come on. You really did not prepare.
Bullshit.
You have 3 would you rathers and 2 Mary kills. I'm over here putting in the time and the effort.
You really upset about this?
You got 2?
How long do you think we want to do this podcast?
Babe, I told you when we talked about this the other day, we said we're going to have at least 5.
I thought you meant between the both of us. Total. 5 total. Like 5 Mary kills, 5 would you rathers, because that's 10 game questions, which in a 35 to 40 minute podcast should take up some significant space.
Oh, God, Mel, take this part out.
No, keep it in. It's real.
Okay, then I guess I'll go first. All right. Mary kill. You got Chloe, Kim, and Kylie.
Chloe's the one that I like, right?
No, Courtney's the one you like.
Okay.
That's why she's not included.
Oh. Kylie, Kim, and who?
Chloe.
I would kill Chloe. I would probably bang Kim and marry. Who's the other one?
Kylie.
Kylie. She's the young, hot, rich one, right?
Yeah.
Now. Yeah. I just for that sake.
Okay.
I always struggle with that.
Right.
That's why I don't like the alliteration. Like I did it with my daughters, and now you come into the fold, and there's too many L's in my life. You insist on all of our animals being named with P.
Right.
It's like a real weird correlation to the Kardashians.
Well, here's the thing.
And it's very
Pancake,
difficult.
we named Pancake. Pixel, when we adopted her, that was her name.
Right.
So then we can't let Pyro feel left out.
He's a cat.
Babe,
He's not going to feel left out.
He's a smart cat.
He's going to just hear a noise, and he's going to
No,
respond to that.
He already
as his
knows
name.
Pyro is his name. Your turn.
Ross, Chandler, or Joey?
Oh, this is a classic one.
Is it?
Yes.
I don't know. I thought. See, now this is what disappoints me. I actually thought about this one this morning. I was like, who could I hit her with that she might have a bit of an issue?
There's no issue. I would. I'd Joey. I would kill Ross, and I would marry Chandler.
Okay.
Chandler's funny and silly and a little insecure. Ross has been divorced like 16 times.
So you're gonna kill him?
Yeah, I don't want to be with someone
I
that's
feel like
like
I'm
gotten
fighting an uphill
divorced so
battle.
many times. You've been divorced once.
Okay.
Okay, so
How many times was Ross divorced?
3.
He was married 3 different times on the show?
Yes.
I guess I didn't pay that much attention.
Right.
Huh.
Well, you don't watch it, so. All right. Ricky Lake, Oprah, Cardi B.
I think I would kill Ricky Lake. I would bang Cardi B, and I would marry Oprah.
So you're just marrying for the money.
Well, at
Now
this
I
point,
see what's happening. Now I see what's happening here. Now I know why you're with me.
why would Ricky Lake be a better option? Remember we watched Whose Line Is It Anyway, and Ricky Lake was on it, and she insisted on running around back and forth every time she was in the skit, and we were so annoyed. Why would I think anything? I feel like that was an obvious one. And Cardi B, I don't know anything about Cardi B other than I've seen photos of her, and I know like a couple of her songs. That's it. And isn't she like married to that Offset dude, right?
They're getting divorced.
No, they got back together. I saw it online.
Oh, okay.
She
I thought you
deactivated-
didn't know anything about her.
I don't. I read Twitter.
I've seen a few photos of her, and now I know all this information.
Listen,
She's getting
I
divorced,
know-
but no, she's not getting divorced. Do you like her? Do you not like her? Do you know who she is? What's her middle name?
I
What's your
only
favorite
know
color?
what I told you, and I know because I met Offset.
Right.
I don't know him.
Okay,
I'm not
name
friends with
dropper.
him. No, I didn't know who he was till I met him.
I met Offset. Okay. How much do you hate me today?
I mean, exponentially more than 10 minutes ago.
Okay, give me mine.
Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds, or Chris Hemsworth?
What does Chris Hemsworth look like again?
He's Thor.
Let me Google him real quick. Chris Hemsworth.
You're gonna make fun of me for not knowing
I
about
don't
Cardi
remember
B,
what he
but you
looks
don't know who
like.
goddamn Thor is.
Okay. I'll Chris Hemsworth.
Okay.
And who are the other two?
Ryan Gosling and Ryan Reynolds.
Oh my God, that one's so hard.
Yep, sure is.
I don't want to kill either of them. Can I
Sorry.
be in a throuple?
Nope.
Damn it. I mean, Ryan Reynolds is so funny. And he's cute. Ryan Gosling is a babe. And him in what's that movie? The Green Mile?
Ryan Gosling's
No.
not in the Green Mile.
There's something about a mile.
The Place Beyond
Place
the
Beyond the
Pines.
Pines. Like, oh, he's so hot in that movie. And I know last week or a few weeks ago I said Ryan Gosling is a superior Ryan, but then so many people tweeted me and brought up great points of why Ryan Reynolds is superior.
I would go that Ryan Reynolds is a superior Ryan.
God.
Nothing
Okay.
against Ryan Gosling. I am a fan of his as well. I think he's a great actor.
I'm going to marry Ryan Reynolds and I'm going to kill Ryan Gosling.
Cool. That means Blake Lively's back on the market, and here I come.
Well, you're
that
going
his
to have
wife,
to talk
Blake-
that over
Blake
with
Lively?
Oprah. I don't know if Oprah's going to like that.
Listen, we can dispose of Ricky Lake's carcass together.
Okay, I have two more.
Okay, good.
This is a good one. Pam Anderson, Carmella Electra, Joey Lauren Adams.
All right. So
Matt is obsessed with JLA.
I am not. Wait, what you call her?
JLA.
JLA now.
Yeah.
I don't know where you got this. This idea that I have this fascination or crush on Joey Lauren Adams.
You bring her up on a weekly basis.
She's in several movies that I enjoy very much.
Okay.
She's in Big Daddy.
Right.
She's in Chasing Amy.
Right.
She's in, I don't know, there's like 4 or 5 movies that I really enjoy that she's in. But I never am like, oh, she's a super babe. Like, I don't think she's awful. I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers. But who were the other ones? Pam Anderson and
Carmella Electra.
Okay, Carmen Electra I would marry.
Okay.
I would bang Pam Anderson and kill Joey Lauren Adams.
And
I
get
think.
hepatitis C.
That's a good point. Yeah. Listen, I mean, sometimes.
It's worth it.
Yeah. If you're
It's
going to
worth
climb
it.
Mount
Maybe
Everest,
you
you
can
might
get
have a few scars.
a shot before or something. Okay.
Maybe I could teach Pam Anderson to drive a boat. Nothing?
Okay. Last one we have Barbara Walters, Kris Jenner, Carol Baskin.
I would kill Carol Baskin. Just because she's one of those people that just should not be famous for any reason.
Let me guess. You're going to marry Kris Jenner because she's rich.
Yeah. But we can't just gloss over the fact that I would do Barbara Walters just out of morbid curiosity. Like, she's been around for a while. She's been around some powerful people. She's been on top for a long time. Maybe Barbara Walters secretly just is a minx.
She's a freak. I guarantee she's a freak. She's like, and this is 2020. Right?
I don't know if that.
That's what she says after she gets off.
Really?
Yeah. That's what I heard, at least.
You might want to check your sources.
Okay, so what I've come to the conclusion of is the fact that you are marrying for money.
Okay.
And I feel a little used.
No.
Yes.
See, you are giving me. This game is about the least evil, the lesser of 3 evils.
Right.
So, the one common benefit I picked from all of my marries was that I would at least be financially very stable.
Well, what if they're going to make you sign a prenup? You know that, right?
Sure.
There's no way, Oprah is marrying you without a prenup. And either is Babs or Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, but I figure if I infiltrate the social network, the social circle, like I could go from Oprah and maybe Gail's feeling a little lonely from time to time.
Oh, so it's a twofer.
Yeah, and Gail's on the morning news, and there's like a couple.
So you're trying to get a job out of it.
No, I'm
You're
not
trying to all the anchors.
Maybe.
Babe,
I feel
what
like
a little man horn.
I feel like I could probably get a contract from a major network as a talent liaison.
Are you gonna wear your son's G Rosa shirt? Try to
Nothing,
get over?
Nothing gets Babs more fired up than seeing me.
In a counterfeit muscle tee.
Is there anything in the mailbag?
I don't know. Let me take a little dive into the mailbag.
While Leah's diving into the mailbag, make sure you send us some questions, some comments, some answers. bearwithUspod@gmail.com. Refill the mailbag. We've been getting a nice solid pool to choose from each and every week, but we like it to be full.
Here's the mail, it never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want to wail. Mail. Alrighty. Question.
Steve from Blue's Clues, Big Bird or Barney?
Ooh. Steve. He for
Yeah?
sure. Yeah. And then not Barney because he has those little arms. I don't know what he's going to do with those. So I'm going to kill him. I guess I'll marry Big Bird. He has a heart of gold. I actually watched this documentary on the guy that was Big Bird for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And it was so beautiful. It was so good. I keep trying to get you to watch it. But
You've literally never mentioned that
babe,
to me.
you don't remember. I've brought it up to you so many times. It's such a good documentary. I've literally, babe, if I brought it up to you once, I brought it up to you at least 5 times.
You never brought it up to
oh
me.
my God, you are such a liar.
I am familiar
babe,
with
this
the
is what
documentary.
happens. Look to me in my eyeball. I tell you things and then you forget them. I promise you. I've tried to get you to watch it.
Maybe you've got me confused with another handsome tattooed
that's
boy.
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, well, you and the worm enjoy Big Bird.
Anywho, we have to watch it. He has a heart of gold. He's so sweet. Okay. Question number 1, honey.
Does Big Bird have a dick?
Of course he has a dick. If he doesn't have a dick, he's got a beak, so I'll take it.
Birds don't have dicks, I don't think.
He's got a beak.
It might be painful. It's like the jaws of life.
I like it a lot. Okay. Question number 1. Honey, you guys remind me of my boyfriend and I. I absolutely love this podcast. With your busy lives, how do you balance work, parenthood, and self-care? Self-care is super important. Goodbye forever. Not really, because that's sad. She's mocking you.
She said her boyfriend reminds her of me, so he must be a stud that's hyper intelligent and likely has a giant penis. So congratulations. What a catch.
And he's probably just
Very
as humble
humble
as you. So here's the thing. There has to be a balance. I feel like, especially when Matt and I first got together and we were like living together as well, I feel like we had to do everything together. I had never been in a relationship before where I do everything with my partner. It's kind of like you do your own thing and then you're together at night. It's sort of the life I've ever lived when I was dating someone before. But this is my first relationship in where we feel like we do everything together. We wake up together, we run errands together, we get coffee together, we sit on the couch together, we do this together, we work together, everything. So for the first few months, to me, it was like this major shock, although I loved it. I loved being around him. And then sort of it gets to this point where I'm like, oh my gosh, like I haven't done anything by myself. And you just kind of like, hey, like how I think we said earlier today or maybe last week, I can't remember. You know, it's just like, hey, I'm going to go get my nails done. I'm going to go to the spa. I'm going to go. Sometimes when you go to your son's baseball game, that's when I use that time when I go and I do a face mask and I do a conditioning mask on my hair and just sort of chill out. You just have to make time for the things that are important. And it's not selfish. I think it's okay to spend some time alone. Do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think a little bit of alone time. We actually, I think, did an episode about the importance of alone time.
Yeah.
It's just, it's an adjustment. It's not like one hard thing where you go, okay, this day every week is alone day. Sometimes you want to be alone, sometimes you don't. Well,
if we had like a specific day, but okay, no matter what, this time every week we do our own thing.
Well, there you
Maybe
go.
schedule it if that works for you.
Perfect.
Pencil you in. Question number 2, honey. Love the podcast. Leah never stopped singing and Matt never stopped giving her grief for it. We love it. I've been in my relationship for a long time now, almost 15 years. They are an amazing person, my best friend, and have stood by me through good times and bad. We've built a life together, but I'm feeling like we're losing the spark. Lately, initiating sex feels more like work than fun. But because he's so busy with work and school, I give him a pass for not pleasing me sexually or not making me feel special in our relationship. I can't imagine my life without my partner, and I don't want to try to. What do I do? Since Matt says you're a ride or die, Leah, how would you handle this? Interesting. Well, I feel like at any relationship, it's not going to be a spark all the time. There's going to be ups and downs. You know, there's going to be times when you're not going to want to stop having sex, and then there's going to be times where you don't have sex. And it's just normal. And I think once you realize that it's normal and it's okay, it's nothing to do with you. You're not, as long as he's not making you feel like it's your fault, then you can't, you don't have to worry about blaming yourself for it. But also, it's sometimes like a girl just wants to feel wanted, and you don't want to all the time be putting all this effort in. Like you're saying, it feels like work rather than, just something that comes naturally. But sometimes it is work, and sometimes relationships are work. So you're going to have to suck it up, I think, and just kind of put in the time and effort. And then when you're doing something sexy for him, he's going to feel inclined to return the favor.
I would say, piggybacking off of that, it is very important for you to realize that it is not you. It is not your fault. I'm saying this just assuming everything else is going swimmingly.
Right.
Just like women historically have, it's a joke. Oh, she's not in the mood. She has a headache. Da da da. Because not everybody feels like all the time every day. Guys have the same time. That's how this podcast, at least the name of it, came about, was because in quarantine I just wasn't feeling it for like a couple weeks. It had nothing to do with Leah. I didn't find her any less attractive. Just a lot going on in my life, in my head, in my at work. And last week there was a night that Leah very clearly made her intentions known, and I actually felt bad because I'm just not into it, and I was like trying to backtrack so that she didn't feel bad or think that it was because of anything that you did or how you look or it had nothing to do with that. I just had a lot going on in my mind and just wasn't in that headspace. So maybe try again.
Yeah, and don't take it personally. You've been together 15 years, so you probably know what he likes, what he doesn't like, and if you feel like you're saying it feels like work, so put in a little work, put in a little effort, maybe get dressed up, wear something sexy, or do something that he's into, and then, it'll hopefully pull him out of that, and then he'll be like way more into you too. So it's like a two-way street. It's hard sometimes when you feel like you're constantly putting the effort in and not feeling it back. But I think maybe you just have to have a conversation with him, and it's okay to talk about it. Don't feel like you have to bottle it all up. Have a conversation. Be like, hey, look, I just feel like we're kind of off. I feel like we're not connected. I know when Matt and I are at our best is when we're having sex and we're feeling like, we're connected.
Right.
And I feel like if it's been a long time without us having that, we're off.
Yes.
So when we are back in, our
in the
groove, then we are great. So you just probably need to have a conversation and talk about it. Maybe he doesn't even realize it. Sometimes guys are oblivious. So you just have to it's like paint by numbers. You have to do like the little dot over every word so they follow along with you, and then they get it.
Or you could just purchase a pair of nipple clamps, wait for him to fall asleep, and when he does, you lock them in and pull that thing like you're trying to start a lawnmower.
Oh my God, the thought of that sounds awful. And also,
why.
where did you come up
I
with
don't know.
that?
That's where my head, while you were on your tangent about actual information.
We're nipple clamps. All right. How long have we been gone? 41. Should we do one more?
Let's do one more, and then let's get the F out of here.
All right. Question number 3. Honey. Hi guys, my name is Luke and I'm really enjoying your podcast. I have a question for you. I have been with my wife for 14 years now and love her with all my heart, but there is something that she does that still gets to me. She likes to use some of my triggers to really make me upset, and it is for 2 reasons. Reason number 1 is she likes to just piss me off just to see if she can do it because it's fun, which she has admitted to me before. Reason number 2, she wants to anger bang me, which I have no problem giving her, but I'd rather her not piss me off for it. I have no problem being aggressive if she shows that's what she wants. I have communicated with her about how it makes me feel, and she still does it anyway. What do I do?
First of all, I think it's screwed up that she just willfully makes you angry because she thinks it's fun. But the anger banging aspect, I can appreciate in that there's obviously, I think everyone will agree that once in a while that's a great time. That is a great experience, the anger bang. However, I find personally there is definitely a difference between a true anger bang or just kind of rougher than usual sex. We did the anger bang thing once and you hated it.
Yes.
However, if you want a little bit of like rougher sex, that's just on you. You just got to take it. You got to really initiate it.
Right.
And it's like, oh, okay, game on. I'm not the type that's like, ooh, we've had a wonderful day today. We spent the day together. We had a great time. Now I'm going to come home and punish the out of you. That's not how my mind works. But if we've been at each other's throats for a couple days
Right.
and then it's like, okay, catharsis time, that's easy.
Right.
So maybe you got to find some sort of happy medium because
Right.
if I'm actually pissed off, you don't want to have sex with me
Right.
because it's just not going to be fun for anyone.
Well, conversely, I feel like if I really feel like she's doing it because she wants you to be a certain way. Like how you say, like the anger bang. There is a difference between an anger bang and just a little bit of rough sex. She is probably doing it because she likes how you get when you're pissed off. So she's trying to piss you off just to get that. And you're saying, and I do think that's fucked up that she's doing it just because it's fun. But if maybe you're sort of like, maybe try to role play a little bit and you say like, okay, this is where we're going tonight. This is what we're going to do. Cool. And then I'm going to say something to piss you off. And then that's what's going to, like, if you know that going into it, then maybe that will be a little bit of a better way to go about it rather than her just genuinely pissing you off and using your triggers, because that's not cool either. I don't like that.
So in conclusion, get a pair of nipple clamps, put them on her when she sleeps, and yank them like you're trying to start a lawnmower.
Are you trying to do that to me? Is that why you keep bringing that up?
It's an
Because
early
if
day.
you want to do
We'll
it, you
see.
can, but just ask.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to like wake up with nipple clamps on me in the middle of the night. These are great questions. You guys are always asking the best questions. We love hearing from you. Even the emails we get with you guys just talking about, oh, you remind me of my partner and I, or my boyfriend and I went through the same thing, or my girlfriend acts the same way. My girlfriend is perpetually interrupting me all the time and I just want to kill her for it. That's sort of like, you know, that was Matt. He sent that email.
I thought I kept that in my outbox. I didn't realize I hit send.
So, yeah, we really appreciate it. Make sure you refill the mailbag. Bear with us pod@gmail.com. Leave us a 5-star review wherever you listen to your podcast. Leave us a rating. Leave us a review. Comment on our photo. Subscribe. Help us out, guys. We read it all, and we are so, so grateful. I can't believe it's been, I mean, man, we've been doing this since June. So I don't know how many weeks exactly it's been, but it's been quite a lot. And we appreciate you guys.
Leah has to take her shoes off to count at this point.
I'm going
That's
to take
where we're
my
at.
damn shoe off to hit you upside the head.
Promise?
I'm going to put nipple clamps on you and start you like a lawnmower.
Yes. Goodbye forever.
Bear with us.